and welcome to Bronyville. We're gonna do this week, against what we said we would. Episode 139 on February 1st. Oh boy,
the
2014.
The
firstiest. I'm your host, Apple Cider. Sandy's here.
Yo.
We got Rommel. Not Roms Rommel, but just Rommel. Dan Vincent Oh, what was that?
I was going to say not to be confused with Coco Pommel, but then you moved on.
Yeah, well, I can't confuse you with Coco Pommel.
You are not a cute horse.
Oh, ouch. That's true.
Hey, dude.
Though he also is not a horse. I can confirm.
Yeah, this is very true.
And our good old friend Kefka Floyd / Dan is here with us as well.
Hello.
Hi. How are you, sir?
I've reached my zen. You know, I've managed to contact my inner peace.
Have you? Are you now one with the universe?
I am.
Okay.
You know, ever since I started shaving my head, you know, I understood why the monks did it. You know, it allows them to become one with themselves. They shed their earthly attachment to their hair, thus giving them enlightenment.
And we were actually discussing this before we were, and before you were on the call, but it must have some reaction because you have the most marvelous blue eyes of anyone.
People keep telling me that.
You just have these eyes that are like the pools of the icy blue waters. You know, they're just which belies the rage that highs. It's the iciest blue, cool pool of water as the thunderclouds swirl ahead.
Oh boy, no! It's like, yeah, people keep saying that. They keep saying, "Oh, you have such nice eyes." So I'm like, well, thank you. I guess I'd never really thought of them that way. But you know, if people keep saying it, then it must be true.
That's how you capture them with your eyes, and then give them the stone cold stunner. They never see it coming.
Why not?
Then you bust 2 cores over your head and drink them both down. You know, it's just. I'm stating that you are the next reincarnation of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh my, that's a tall order.
I know.
Big shoes to fill.
Really. Dan 316. Anyway, all right. Well, we're gonna do pony episode this week. We actually have one episode that we could do. It is the cheesiest episode that I think we have ever had to deal with. And that's not a bad thing. So first, before we start this off as usual, we need to ask the 2 very important questions. To Rommel, we will start. Favorite character, favorite episode, go.
Princess Luna, and I think I'm still going to keep with Sleepless in Ponyville.
All right, good choice. And Kefka?
Everybody knows the best horse is the fashion horse.
That's right.
She's a good horse.
The special guest horse today was pretty tough competition, but I think at the end of the day, I still have to stick with fashion horse. And as far as favorite episode, I guess we could go with favorite episode of season 4. And I guess I'm going to say it's this one. It's just that great.
It was a really good episode. I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to have to see it a second time. But yeah, so excellent. We have all that jazz to talk about ahead of us. I need to find the doc, which I guess at some point got posted earlier. I found it. Oh wait, no, that's different. Something. But anyway,
Cider.
I know. We were going to do a FU episode, then things got crazy, then things got uncrazy, and then we're already set to do this. So let's do it live. So let's go ahead and start this first. Sandy, who are our sponsors?
We have We Love Fine. Fine purveyors of horse and other merchandise. You can hide your filthy flesh with cartoon horses, Hatsune Miku shirts, and faux sailor outfits. Yes. You can use our coupon code Bronyville10, save 10% off your order, and they've added a whole bunch of weird stuff. More Bee and Puppy Cat, and the Bravest Warriors bendies, work shirts with ponies, Batman 66 boxer shorts. Wow, I haven't even looked at this last week. And of course, some new Star Wars.
You and your sister or brother could dress up as Ren and Lin, and that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. Oh, it looks like that. Wait, what's this? They have ongoing contests now for the My Little Pony design contest.
Season 4.
Yep. So it is now a winner announced bi-weekly. It is constant. They wow.
There's
Announcement
no-
dates.
No, into their ride.
Wow, they've got it scheduled from February to November. Just keep them coming, kids. Just keep submitting. Nobody's pay. There's no end to this train.
There's other contests going on, like I believe they have a Homestuck contest going on right now.
Tell me
If
about
that's your
that.
thing. I don't really know much more about it other than I think the voting and stuff is up for it. But it's the same thing as the pony contest, except it was for Homestucks. I mean, Homestucks isn't my thing, but I know it is some other people's thing. So if they want to do that, power to them.
Well, I mean, this also drives traffic to their site, gets people to do new designs, stuff like that.
And
I
the
mean,
judges
it makes
and
business sense.
the judges Andrew Huthey make her a Homestuck. And Hot Topic for some reason. All of Hot Topic.
Huh. But yeah, the My Little Pony, they're like, you know what? This is too popular. We're just going to do this all the time.
Just ride doesn't end. It certainly
Yeah.
doesn't. All right. Well, excellent. And as usual, you can use Bronyville 10, get 10% off of your purchase on Wheel of Fine. And that helps, as always, with taking care of all that shipping for you. So, Bronyville 10 and buy yourself some pony merch. Next up, Sandy.
BabsCon. Some con that we're going out to. I hear it's a thing,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And I've got everything set. We've got some good crazy. Sandy is going to be out here for like a full friggin' week.
Freaking week. I'm
Yup.
coming in on the 14th, going home on the 21st.
And I've got like a whole week planned, and we're going to do stuff, and we're going to get locked up in Alcatraz, and
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. So we'll have a lot of fun, and we'll be at BabsCon. We've gotten confirmed for a tabletop game at BabsCon. So
Yep.
we are going to be doing that live with all of us there. As far as I'm aware, it's going to be me, Sandy, Pixel, and likely Dusty Cat playing tabletop live there with our friend Roger DMing it the whole time. I'll have some of my cider. We'll have a good time. That's going to be at BabsCon in April. And as usual, Bronyville 10 actually gets you 10% off of any registration, from the lowly attendee all the way up to the crazy I'm taking everything and spending time with the guests stuff. So go check that out. That is BabsCon. And lastly, Audio Stratus, my project, is still ongoing, still creating, getting everything set for version 2 of the website. So we'll actually have a registration system, way to buy, currently figuring out how everything should look with the system. So all that's progressing. And yeah, just keeping you guys abreast on everything that's happening. If you want to go check it out, if you're interested in audio, you can sign up over at audiostratus.com, and that's my baby. So go check it out. All right, topic this week. I don't think we have a topic this week. I could
Yeah, we don't really have a topic.
I could once more address that thing, but things are still ongoing with that. I'm not sure that's a great idea.
Let's just not.
Okay, well, things will be. There was a big thing that happened this week. I'll just say it like this: we're still addressing it and ongoing. And if things happen with it, we will do our own thing and in support. But we're waiting for more of the situation to clear up before making any decisions. Yes, very cryptic. I like that. It's very cryptic. All right, well, let's go ahead and move in. We've got news and a pony up to talk about, so let's go ahead and start this off. What do we got, Sandy?
All right, so do we want to do the topic time first, talk about the episode, or we just want to save that for...
Save that for the end. We save that for the end.
Okay, well, we'll just do some news.
Yeah, I mean, after the news, we'll talk about Pony Ep. And hey, people even gave us fix suggestions, so hooray.
Huzzah.
Woohoo.
Now, I'll grab news while
Okay.
you tend to the news, or I'll grab
All right.
emails.
Topic time. Cheesy pie and mac and cheese, or AC is not watching the Stevens. That's right. So, news-wise, there are pony shoes in Russia. Because you know what? Wearing rainbow-colored horses on your feet is an excellent idea in Russia right now.
Does that make them horseshoes?
Now, admittedly, they are for children. They do not. Oh God, it's got Cyrillic. It's gonna infect my computer with communism.
It's gonna load up as an exe. You better look out.
Oh man. So basically, there's summer, autumn, and spring shoes and winter shoes featuring My Little Pony for little kids. And they do look like they're some fairly heavy-duty boots. Because living in Russia, you have to contend with snow 370 days of the year, apparently.
Also,
Perfect for the Russian demographic child that you know.
Yes.
You have to have big boots so that way you can kick away all the wolves coming for you.
And or fight bears. And hey, there's this white pair that has a heart with Rarity and Pinkie Pie in it. Okay.
Perfect
I
for
heard those boots were made for walking.
And that's just what they'll do.
Yep.
And in Soviet Russia, those boots do walk all over you.
Well
done.
Merging jokes.
So apparently there is a derpy cameo in Octodad, Dadliest Catch.
What?
What?
Yeah, they had like a derpy toy in there, didn't
Yeah,
they?
it's a derpy toy in the in one of the levels that's in a grocery store, it looks like. On the toy aisle, there is a derpy plush that I'm sure Octodad can pick up and then hurl in a random direction because you are an octopus and do not have bones.
I have to say the premise of that game is very amusing.
Oh yeah, I watched the Giant Bomb quick look on it and it looked really funny. Just such a random idea. You're an octopus and you have to pretend to be a dad, and you somehow have 2 children. Don't ask questions. But yeah, that was one that they previewed. It's an indie game, apparently, that is also coming out on PC, but they brought it out on the PS4, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I don't have a PS4. Don't worry about it. But I do like watching the quick looks. And in manufacturer controversies, because there's never a shortage of those, turns out that that Adagio Dazzle is not Vinyl Scratch's name.
Good.
Because that's a really terrible name.
So where did this come from? Let's take a step back here.
So the rumor, they're talking about the next line of Equestria Girls dolls, Rainbow Rocks, and one of the characters that's listed in the little spiel is Adagio Dazzle. So it's like ages 5 and up, spring 2014. Kids can make Pinkie Pie, Twilight Sparkle, or Adagio Dazzle dolls high-five each other, and each doll will, quote, come to life singing the My Little Pony Equestria Girls song. Fans can also high-five their dolls and sing along, because, well, that's about all their articulation allows.
High-five them, knock them over. And,
Have you seen Kyle? He's about this tall. You should go look up Pixel Kitty's comparison and contrast with Monster High if you haven't yet. It's on her DA. Look it up. So yeah, people are like, oh my god, Adagio Dazzle. Did they rename Vinyl Scratch? Well, no, because I think they've copyrighted that name.
Trademarked,
yeah. They trademarked the name, and they've also put out the toy. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to change her name. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to change Octavia's name, because there is a card from the My Little Pony CCG named Octavia. Mm-hmm. And it has a trademark on it. So they have trademarked Octavia.
Well, have they trademarked Vinyl Scratch? Because it looks like they've trademarked DJ Pawn 3. Like, I don't know if they trademarked Vinyl Scratch.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think every time I see it, it's the DJ Pawn 3 thing, which I think is going to be a bit easier to trademark. In any case, it wouldn't make any sense to be like, and now to turn this on its head, now we're renaming this character to something totally different.
Yeah, that's I think that's kind of silly. I mean, they're probably going to introduce a couple of new antagonists in the next series, because that's just kind of how it goes. Because I mean, Sunset Shimmer was kind of out of nowhere.
So, have we gotten any confirmation that this whole Rainbow Rocks Weird Equestria Girls Part 2 thing, what's it going to be? Is this going to actually be, are we expecting another movie out of this? Is this simply the book?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be another movie.
Whee!
It's going to be one of those direct-to-DVD things, kind of like, I mean, Monster High does that kind of thing whenever there's a new set. There's like, 4 or 5 of those things. I always see them when I'm wandering through the DVDs for new stuff at Target.
Do you think they're going to try and publish it? Like, they'll do the same thing where it's like, it's direct to DVD, and then they'll just go, we'll just publish it to theaters anyway. And then it's some massive gangbusters because bronies are just like, I hate this thing. I am going to the theater to go see the thing I am so upset with. And clap and watch it 3 more times.
And scare away the families with children. I don't know. I mean, it obviously did enough money for them to do a second one, obviously. And I think that, it certainly probably didn't cost them that much money to do a limited engagement in rural movie theaters. Because, I mean, I'm sure that those theaters are like, oh, hey, you're going to show a kid-friendly movie that'll get families to our place at middays on weekends? Sounds good to us.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that they'll be releasing a movie, and it'll probably be like, around spring break, I would guess. Because a lot of movies have like spring break movie specials where it's like $5 to see 10 films and stuff like that.
Yeah,
theaters around here do.
I would be surprised if they actually didn't put it in theaters again, because I think that the theater run for Equestria Girls actually ended up doing okay. They weren't doing it at prime times. They were doing it when the theaters were relatively empty. And, I heard enough stories of like the theaters going like, this place was friggin' packed. Holy crap. Put this thing on for a few more shows. Like it was supposed to run for like maybe a week or 2. And they were just like, we're going to keep this Equestria Girls thing around because these guys keep showing up to check it out.
Yeah. So. It's a thing.
Yep.
We shall see.
We'll see.
We've actually seen a lot of the dolls, and wow.
I can't wait to see Brad's design. It's going to be. He's going to be the keyboardist. I just know it.
Yep.
He's the pianist.
He's going to be the token dude in the all-girl band, and
either that or he's so rad he may actually go keytar. I don't know.
Oh man, that would just be too radical.
too hot. Just can't handle that. Okay, what else we got?
So I hadn't seen this yet, but Brazilian toy website posts customizable sugar cube corner pop-up set, castle restaurant set, and tons of Rainbow Rocks stuff. I had not seen this yet.
That's friggin' fantastic.
The Sugar Cube Corner is pretty rad. Now, just make a carousel boutique, and I'll give you some of my money.
Yeah, that does look pretty cool. I mean, it's like it's another weird intermediate size because they've apparently they're mini ponies that you can like customize with accessories. Apparently, so it's like you have 2 halves of Pinkie Pie, and they put them together, and they have spots. So I guess you could put wings. Oh man, you could make all of them alicorns. Just watch out.
Why not?
Do it. Make it
Larson's gonna do it anyway.
Apparently there's a Cadence and a Twilight one where apparently only Twilight comes with wings. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
But at least in the toy picture that got posted. Rainbow Rock stuff. Rainbow loses all sense of fashion, gets a blonde streak in her hair, has 4 different color shoes. Apparently she's having a bit of a midlife crisis. And Rainbow Rocks, apparently they have like a stage play set. Because why not?
I mean, if they're going to be rock stars, they kind of need a venue.
That's right. I mean, just summon it out of nowhere. That's their magical power. They can summon a venue.
Looks like Pinkie has a keytar, so I guess Brad is taken care of on that.
Yeah. You guys watch Gem, right?
Actually, it looks like I'm going to say the keytar is Rarities because it's the 3
Oh
diamond
yeah,
design.
you're right.
Yeah, it is.
So Rarity is the keytar, Rainbow is a guitarist, Applejack's is like a parent acoustic guitar, with Pinky, Twilight. I mean, Pinky looks like the drummer, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like she's the
'Cause
drummer.
the drums are pink.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's what it
that
is.
makes sense. She's an animal.
Animal! Animal!
And Fluttershy is hiding in the corner, I
Not
guess.
present.
Well, it's like
Backing vocals.
backing vocals, sure.
Miss
Because there's
not
like
a-
no related instrument in this set.
Miss not appearing in this show.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Andrea could only do one voice this time around.
They have to rescue Fluttershy after that unfortunate clothing accident.
Oh yeah, no. Sunset Simmer kidnaps Fluttershy, and you have to do a battle of the bands to rescue her.
Speaking of this,
Sorry, I've just spoiled the plot of the movie, kids.
yeah, this design for of the ones I've seen, this design for Sunset Shimmer is actually probably the least offensive of them all.
Yeah, it is all right design wise. The giant dress with black and pink and purple and blue is kind of horrific.
For Twilight, yeah. She's got that stupid like crown bow that turns into a microphone, and she's got a microphone directly in front of her.
The Sunset Shimmer doesn't look bad
no.
design wise. So the fact that she's wearing a skirt and jeans, it's a little bit questionable.
No, they're leggings.
Yeah, you know.
They're leggings,
And
but
that's-
she's also wearing sandals, which makes it that much weirder. Whatever.
It's one of those, it's not for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is for us
that's-
is... Or go ahead.
I was gonna say, let's not even forget the horrendous leg, torso to upper body proportions we got going there.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
like-
the shoes that she's wearing are heels, but they look like they're heels that don't go all the way to the floor. So they're like those weird hoof boots.
Well, but they have those little... You see that little flame thing? That's the heel. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also she has a pony ear.
Well, she's transformed too, I guess.
So
Oh,
but
dang.
does Twilight have pony ear? No, she probably doesn't have an ear showing.
Well, but you know what is
Nope,
for
don't-
us?
Don't see an ear.
What is
What?
for us is this awesome music car that comes with shades.
Yes.
You can take off the windshield, and there are a pair of purple shades.
I have to admit that is pretty clever.
Oh man.
It's so dumb.
So yeah. And apparently there's a castle restaurant set. Looks like another accessory set with featuring Mrs. Cake and Pinky, similar to they've done it in the past. It's just a box set that has a bunch of accessories and some little playset stuff. It's called We're Gonna Recycle a Bunch of Our Old Miniature Things that we found a box of in the back of a warehouse. So we're gonna put them in a playset and sell them to you.
Hey guys, should we do something with these? Sure.
And you can get Pinky and Mrs. Cake in. Actually, you can't get Pinky and Mrs. Cake together, but you can get Mrs. Cake with some random filly in a playset right now.
You're really selling it. Mrs.
Well,
Cake
I mean-
and a kid.
Yeah, it's like some random kid. She wandered in, and Mrs. Cake was like, "All right, I'll let you have a cookie. I'm not gonna be mean to make you go away."
And then the crazy scan machine came down and be like, hush, hush, it's okay. You're going to be in a box toy. It's going to be all right.
Now, the next little bit of news, I'm actually pretty excited for.
Are you?
Build-A-Bear, Rarity, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo.
Woo.
Ooh.
Poor Apple Bloom.
Yeah,
I have a feeling she's going to come out with AJ.
probably. I mean, I was like, of the Build-A-Bears, I would really, really go for a Rarity. And they kind of have the little snap dress for gala dress with the little tiara. I'm like, oh, God.
Well, we got the Build-A-Bear Fluttershy for my niece, and even though she had a little misadventure in the mail, and it took a couple weeks for it to arrive, we got it to her, and I got her all the fixins, complete with the gala dress and the little shoes and the voice box.
Nice.
And so, you press her hoof and she goes, yay, or, she does all this. Anyway, I have to admit, when you get them all done up in the gala dress with all the stuff, they do look very cool. So I imagine that with Rarity, with her fabulous gala dress, will look even more fabulous as a Build-A-Bear pony.
Yeah, and they're actually a good size. I mean, they're for only $25 in the store. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
accessories
but they
are
get you on
extra.
those. Yeah, that gala dress is $25 by itself.
Damn, seriously?
Yeah,
Ow.
And I see, I just want like the Scootaloo. The Scootaloo is super cute. She's my favorite filly. So I am totally gonna have to get one of those. And
hopefully they made a scooter.
yeah, I'm sure they have a scooter of some sort to go with their bears. People will find a way. But that was actually something that got me excited. Like, oh shit, Build-A-Bear, yes, best horse and best filly right there in one set. You know, like opinions. So
Yep.
that'll be coming up eventually.
Real soon now, trademark.
Yeah, they
real
don't
soon.
have a release date, but they're coming soon.
If I may, I want to interject here really quickly. Build-A-Bear will actually be vending for the first time at a PonyCon in BabsCon this April. So
That was
Excellent.
such a well planned plug there, Rommel. It was.
I also will be vending at BabsCon.
I will also be attending at BabsCon. Oh,
We've got like the one-two punch.
oh,
I'm gonna not be sitting at the Nightmare Nights table at Bab. Oh wait,
oh. Okay.
Oh, did you just give away a secret?
no.
Oh,
Wait,
you did not.
huh?
You did not.
I'm gonna be doing official convention business. Don't mind me.
Pay no attention to the spoilers in the corner.
So, as somebody noted in the show notes, best pony, her sister, and a chicken. The Gameloft game, it continues to vacuum bits from people's wallets, and has added a few extra ponies, including Upper Crust, Ant Orge, and AK Yearling. They cost the actual gym currency. Unsurprising.
And then go whatever that is.
It's play.
Oh,
Basically, there is a you actually have to pay like a pony lottery.
yeah.
It's just like a RNG based. You might get a pony, you might get nothing.
It's a way for them to extract money from your wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since they fixed the jailbreak, I've been completely uninterested in playing.
Yeah, me too.
Because if I can't get everything for free and have an entire town full of cute ponies prancing around, what's the point?
Well, I mean, the problem with that game was the fact that doing the math is like, oh yeah, you would have to spend $10,000 to actually get everything in this game. That's kind of broken.
Yeah, it's. I wrote a very long wall of text about it. Gosh, it was almost a year ago at this point. About the general economics of free to play and how ponies is affected by it. And my advice to all of you fans out there is support good games. Don't give those people your money. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
The number one thing that frustrated me was just the entire thing of like, haven't been paying attention to your town? Enjoy some Parasprites. How do I get rid of them? Oh, we'll go play some balloon pop. Maybe you'll get enough to get rid of them. Hee hee hee. It's like, you suck. I hate you. Go home. So,
Yeah, the recent release of the Dungeon Keeper iOS app and the release of Tales of Fantasia iOS, the free-to-play versions of both of those are apparently atrocious. Yeah. So, free-to-play games are bad, kid. Don't support them. Next thing is the Wheel of Fine year-long contest that we just discussed a little bit ago. Every 2 weeks.
the ride doesn't end.
Yeah, the CCG is actually getting its first expansion, which is it's about 3 months. That's about normal, I guess. It really depends on the power creep. That will be the big deciding factor if this game has longevity. Their first one's going to be called Canterlot Knights, which I'm going to assume features Canterlot ponies and main six and stuff.
Canterlot nights like Canterlot day.
No, see, I was thinking Bob Seger, with the Canterlot Knights. The Hollywood Knights.
There you go.
And I was thinking it's going to be a crappy knockoff of the original a la Baywatch Nights. It's going to be a weird procedural with David Hasselhoff.
It could be all three. Why not?
Let's see. I did think it was a little weird they were coming out with this so quick, after the release. But, the original release got pushed back so long that maybe that's not too surprising. There's so many cards in the original set that I still haven't gotten yet. But, maybe that just makes it a little bit harder to get those and makes them a little bit more rare. I don't know. I might get some more of these. I don't know. It kind of depends because the game is it's in such a weird state of it works. It's just really, really complex for what it is. So.
Okay, so I'm just looking at, say, Magic the Gathering, and they seem to release about every... Wait, what? That's weird. Okay, I gotta go to the more recent ones. They released, September, February, and April for the current Theros cycle in Magic. And those are 249, and then 165 and 165. So those are sets that are released 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that makes sense given how fast that game moves. But it'll be interesting to see that if A, the stores will continue to support it, and B, if the player base will support it. Because, the game's fun, but it's very niche, very complex, and Magic has kind of a stranglehold on the market. I'm really interested to see what the sales have been like, and they haven't exactly said anything about that.
I have a feeling the sales have been fine, considering the fact that every time I go and see a place that has them, they are gone the next day. So I think it's been fine. There was a terrible article that was posted, which was person who buys a ton of the cards now has nobody to play with.
No, it was a fake article. It's 286 purchases later, rural pony fan discovers that he has nobody to play with.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It's yeah. But at that point, you basically have look, I've got enough cards to make 5 decks. Pick one, and you force your friends to play with you.
I have 2 decks that I've created sitting right on my table right now. Someone help me.
What are they?
I'm created a. I'm trying to think. I created a Pinky Rarity deck, and I created a Dash Apple deck, I believe, or no, a Dash Twi deck.
Yeah, I like rarities. I think Rarity and Twilight would probably do all right together. You just have to be really careful with your problem selection.
Mm-hmm.
Because those 2 sets have some pretty mean cards in them. Octavia is a really mean card.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Your opponent must pay +2 to move a character from this card's problem. So it would cost 4 to move a character away.
See, that's
Hope you didn't like your character because it's not moving.
That's why I thought that using Dash's play card set with that could be so damaging, because now you're taking those same characters and then moving them quickly too.
Moving them for cheap.
Yeah. So now you're moving characters that can pretty much stunt your opponent. And in addition to the skills that rarity cards have, which is I get to see what's on top of your deck and decide if you get to keep it or not.
And this ability stacks because of our rules array.
Yeah, you get 2 of those characters, you pretty much ensured that you can kind of rule on face-off, so.
Oh, what's that? I'm sorry, you have all of one color? Guess the only cards you're going to be getting are the other color you don't have enough for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can really kind of mess with people on that. I'm actually kind of looking forward because, like I said, tomorrow, the 2nd, we're doing a charity thing over at Legends, which is a card game center that's owned by one of my co-organizers from our Texas Bronies, and we're doing a pony card tournament. I'm getting to go, and I'm going to get slaughtered, but it's for a good cause, ostensibly.
So slaughter
with friendship,
altruistic end. Yes, slaughter for friendship.
Yep. This next thing is kind of old. Hasbro had been compromised. Their website had been compromised. On the 20th, 14th, 11th, and 10th. And redirects to a Trojan. Huh, that's not good. Basically, they're like, hey, if you've been to Hasbro.com, scan your computer. That's like good practice anyway. But if you've been to Hasbro.com recently and tried to watch Pony episodes or played their silly games, you should probably do that. Just as a PSA.
Yeah, I've definitely had. I forget if it was with this site, but it was with another podcast I had where way back when it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, by the way, we scanned and we found you had a virus. And like, I haven't put no stupid virus on here. Why the hell would I do that? And it's like, no, they were able to hide it in a post somehow back when there was a really weird WordPress hack. But yeah, so you should probably have antivirus on all the time if you are on a Windows machine. If Mac, you can just feel superior to everyone else. I guess. I don't get touched by viruses, except for a few, and then you have nothing you can do. And then it just gets patched out. All right, next up.
People are doing a My Little Pony game jam.
Woo.
Which is kind of cool. The My Little Pony Game Jam, 25 developers on 41 games. Let's see. Trailer, when is it going on? There's no information. Curse you, EQD. So, if you want to find out about it, I guess you're going to have to do some more digging. What the hell? You can cite with said games over here. If you click it. Oh, Seth screwed up the link. Yeah. So do some Googling. You'll have to figure it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna check the description of the video real fast. Maybe it has some information.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, it does. Look at that. A website link. It is mylittlegamedev.com.
So there you go. We should probably fix that so it's mylittlegamejam.com.
No, it's mylittlegamedev.com.
Oh, gamedev.com. I will just replace that link in the doc because, well, that post is useless.
Yep. Way to go, Seth.
Oh, crap. All right, so, and sort of last but not least, Arthur Rankin Jr. has died.
Boo.
He was the head dude at Rankin Bass, who is responsible for a large amount of the stop-motion stuff that you, dear listeners, probably watched as a kid. He died at 89. Apparently he died yesterday and was really involved in a lot of stuff that I'm sure a lot of you guys have listened to and seen throughout your lives. Frosty the Snowman in 1969, the 1977 Hobbit film, which was really weird and had rotoscoping. The Last Unicorn in 1982. Thundercats in both 85 and the consulting producer on the 11 episodes of Thundercats in 2011. Let's see what else. Wind in the Willows TV movie, Coneheads, Flight of the Dragons. Let's see.
Hobbit.
Yeah, Hobbit, Return of the King, those are Bakshi, weren't they?
If there's a whip, there's a whip. Yeah, go watch some singing.
Yeah.
Singing orcs.
I'm just trying to see, it's like
adventure.
production company, Topcraft, Rankin Bass. Okay, so it was Bakshi. No, it wasn't. Bakshi did the 1978 adaptation of Lord of the Rings, and Rankin Bass finished the story for this TV movie, disappointing fans even more due to its poor rush quality. TV movie is considered by many fans to be vastly inferior to Bakshi's 78 movie. So, that's perhaps not his most shining moment. But this guy did a lot of crap from between 1960 and 1980, and 2012, really. So, I mean, he was doing executive production work all the way up until 2001. That's kind of crazy.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
'Cause I remember watching the hell out of those Rudolph movies when I was a kid. I mean, it was like, oh, it's Christmas time. Better break out these old weird animations.
I've never actually watched them. Like, I don't, there's not a single one of those I've actually watched. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of, but I've never.
Huh.
Starry just said I'm dead to her.
Yeah.
Meh, I don't know. I just haven't. There. Thing.
No, it's because AC is a bad person.
I know.
He wants everybody to feel bad.
That's actually
and
true.
Next thing, he's not going to say he appreciates Yukon Cornelius.
Exactly.
Who?
See, this is what we mean. I mean, he doesn't even know about him in the first place.
Starry, you should break up with him over this.
I know.
I'm truly the worst.
This is like Sibsy and Mando not admitting to not liking Tex Avery. I mean,
Wait, who? I'm kidding. I know that one. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
I'll put the tomatoes away this time.
Cider, please.
Woo! Someone right there is just clenching the seat of their chair, just going, woo! I'm gonna murder that man!
Oh, you.
Oh, all right. There's
see.
this last bit here. I'll go ahead and attend to. There's a charity drive for the Michael thing that is on now, and there is something that Pixel Kitties has done, so a final auction on that. We talked a little bit about the Michael stuff pre-show, but I'll just go ahead and address it. We're waiting to figure out a little bit more and for the situation to become more clear before we make any announcements or stances on it. That's just our personal opinion. There's been enough stuff about it that's gone out there, but we don't want to spread anything or get any. We want to get the facts and everything straight before we push anything live to you guys. Make sure that we have that all fact checked. So, but if you do want to help and you do want to know about it, the thing that we would suggest is Pixel Kitties auction, which is up live, and you can go check that link that is in the show notes over at BronyShow.com.
Unfortunately, it ends in 2 days, 18 hours. It's a 3-day auction.
Well, then do it
so
now.
By the time this goes live, because people will be listening to this like 2 weeks in the future, 3 weeks in the future, because we're so far behind on episodes.
Whoops.
It will be well over with.
We'll just have to get everything.
But she's certainly putting together some nice stuff and raising money for, the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
Good on Pixel. She is a good person.
Yep, she is.
And don't you dare disparage her, you curse.
I don't like her for dumb reason X. Then you're wrong.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. We actually have some fanfic birthday editions, I guess just in celebration for the fact of Rainbow Dash's birthday. And then we can go ahead and talk about Rainbow Dash's crazy birthday. Let's see, we have this Twilight's birthday present. Twilight's birthday is here, and Cadence is about to give her the best birthday present she ever had. What would be the guesses? A week without Spike.
Wow.
Punched. Such a troll. Let's see. Unbirthday for a princess. When Pinkie Pie finds out that Luna hasn't celebrated a birthday in over a millennium, she's determined to make Luna make up for missed parties with the biggest, best unbirthday bash ever. But all Luna wants is a quiet personal time with ponies who care about her. Can Pinkie learn to understand that Luna needs from her little pink friend? And Discord's birthday shenanigans. What do you do to celebrate a birthday when you are omnipotent Dragon Equus? Well, since you're sworn off of chaos, why not go on a pranking spree? So, there you go. There's you 3 birthday set fix that you can go check out.
Yep. All right, so now we have reached topic time. The episode that we've been waiting for. The episode that cements the show as having crossed the line of including guest voice stars.
Twice.
You mean Return of Harmony?
Well, that's actually true, but they made him a regular character. This is like the first time they've been like, "Holy crap, kids! It's Weird Al."
Hi,
and
I'm
they
star of
certainly-
UHF.
Get my vinyls and tapes. You ever hear the song "Fat"? It references a song from the '80s that you've never heard. Weird Al, I love you. I have so much of his stuff.
I remember
I had-
being. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ronald.
Oh, I have his discography too. He is.
Yes.
I like Party in the CIA is probably one of my favorite of his the recent work.
I usually like his Christmas songs. The Night Santa Went Crazy is a particular happy one of mine.
That is a good one.
Oh,
that
man.
is a really good one.
That
Christmas
That
at Ground
was-
Zero.
Jurassic Park.
I love Jurassic Park. Talk about being a parody of a song that the listeners here probably don't know.
MacArthur Park is People are
Yes.
like, what does it mean? And of course, Yoda.
Yes.
Oh, Yoda, yes. Yes.
Amish Paradise. The,
Oh,
the,
man.
the man's a
Amish
legend.
Paradise.
The man is a legend.
I remember
He really
many
is a
years
pop
ago.
culture
And
icon.
what's crazy is like he's still producing stuff.
Yep.
Like I had
Good stuff.
Weird Al in 3D. I had the Food album, the TV album, Greatest Hits Volume 2,
All about
Running
the
with Scissors.
Pentiums.
Bad Hair Day. But like he's done stuff like 2011, 2006, 2009. Seriously? Wow. I'm behind on my Weird Al.
hmm
But yeah, he's certainly been doing a lot of stuff. His first album came out 2 months before I was born. Seriously, that's crazy.
I remember being young, listening to Dr. Demento on the radio. Remember him, kids? And
Unfortunately, probably not.
and Weird Al was such a fixture of that. And that's before the age of the internet. That's how we heard our wacky comedy music, was listening to Dr. Demento
And
on
there's
the radio on Sunday nights.
and there was plenty of stuff that came out of there, like the classic "They're coming to take me away." Haha.
Coming to take me away. Or
or the chainsaw took.
Oh, I don't get any of this. I feel out of the loop, guys.
We'll have to educate you at BabsCon.
Okay.
Rommel, this is important. Does the name Tom Lehrer mean anything to you?
He doesn't know.
Get off my show.
Oh.
Ouch.
No, I'm kidding. Educate yourself, dude. This is like the origins of parody music. Poisoning pigeons in the park.
This is important.
You have to appreciate the old stuff so you can appreciate the new stuff better.
Oh,
And
Sorry.
this isn't even going into the awesome episode yet.
this is just us talking about parody music.
Remember-
Tom, Lair was actually really great because he was in the 50s making like the like "We All Go Together" song about how to properly die with all your friends when the nuclear bombs hit.
We'll
Like-
all go together when we go. Oh
Okay,
man,
what's
When
the
your
name
friend-
of the guy? What?
Tom
his name?
Lehrer.
Tom
Lehrer.
When the bombs that get on you get your friends and neighbors too, then there'll be no one left to grieve. The happiest song about hoping that everyone dies at once.
Brought to you by the vocal stylings of Apple Cider.
Yes, you're welcome. I wish I could get the lyrics actually right. So yes, comedy music, which that leads perfectly into an episode this week.
That features comedy music and cartoon horses.
Two of my
Yes.
favorite things.
Yes.
Oh.
Two great tastes that go great together. All right, well, let's go ahead and pull this up. Let me
It's like
film wiki.
cheese sandwiches and pinkie pies. Is that a quiche? I don't know.
I am very curious why the name cheese sandwich was used, but maybe it was
because
just like
it's lol random.
Because they could make his cutie mark look like a cheese sandwich accordion.
Yeah.
Yep. And let's not forget that cheese is tasty. We all like a little bit of good cheese in our sandwich.
We had a
Especially
long-running thread on TRS called Brony's Love Cheese. It's about what you'd expect.
well,
Exactly.
you need to revamp that thread now because now it's got all sorts of different connotations. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring this up. We're going to talk about some Pinky Pride, and by the way, for any of you that haven't figured out so far, we're going to be spoilery, talking all about it, all mussed up, and you're going to find out every single thing about this episode. So that's going to be season number 4, episode number 12, overall episode number 77, original air date February 1st, 2014, story by one Jason Thiessen, I know him. Written by Amy Keating-Rogers, storyboarded by Scott Underwood and Nicole Wang. For the episode, Emmett Hall handling the opening song sequence. Featured characters was Cheese Sandwich, and songs, get ready for this. Pinky the Party Planner, the Super Duper Party Pony, Pinky's Lament, The Goof Off, Cheese Confesses, Make a Wish.
I really liked most of the songs this episode. Actually, I liked them all. I mean,
Yeah.
Someone already had extracted the songs from the episode yesterday when it got leaked. So I have those already, and I'm like, yay!
Yeah, so that's the first thing. It technically got leaked yesterday. Not like one of those, like, we found a secret back server where Hasbro didn't know we could find it, ghosted everywhere. No, it got posted to Google. Google posted
Play
it
a day early, and apparently it was available on their YouTube channel for purchase there as well.
Woo!
So it was like, yeah, they were like, we know this is going to be really hot stuff. We need to make sure that it gets out there.
That would be great if I could actually trust that was their thought and not just somebody just hitting the button too early. Oops. Oh well. A thing. Oh, but let's see. Yeah, the Pinky Pride YouTube channel. So yeah, it was released early, and as we stated, has the vocal stylings of one Weird Al Yankovic. Inside of the episode, Sandy, I've heard some pretty positive things about this episode from you. What are your feelings on this episode?
12 out of 10, best episode since season 2.
Ooh, is this best episode?
Of season 4, yes.
Okay, so you're not gonna relent.
There's been a lot of really good episodes, and this one, I mean, Amy Keating-Rogers has really, I don't think she's ever screwed up when it comes to writing an episode. She can be this season's Mitch Larson in terms of quality at this point.
Oh no.
Oh no, we'll say thanks, Amy Keating-Rogers.
All of a sudden, Cheese Sandwich has wings.
Oh man.
Oh, geez.
Alicorn of
Dan.
cheese.
We lost Dan.
Oh no.
He drowned in the cheese.
He heard that and is just like, can't be here.
Nope.
Can't be here for this.
He's back.
No, Skype just happened to crash.
Okay,
So,
I was like,
oh,
he
no.
noped out of here. So I really, really, really even just like the premise of the episode. But Amy Keating-Rogers, this is her first episode since like season 2.
yeah, her last one was Mystery on the Friendship Express, I believe.
Which was a pretty good episode. I gotta find the list of episodes. Come on.
Oh, I mean, my opinion is overall, I think you can get none more party than this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Ticketmaster, Applebuck, Bridal Gossip, Fall with Their Friends, Dog and Pony Show, Best Night Ever, Cutie Pox, Last Roundup, A Friend Indeed, Mystery on Friendship Express, Pinky Pride, Philly Vanilli coming up, and one more season 4 episode.
nice.
Yes.
Philly Vanilli. Oh god.
Hey, Dog and Pony Show was one of the best episodes of season 1. I know, it got Best Horse into some weird situations that she handled quite well because she's Best Horse. Opinions. People are like, oh, this feels like season 2. And I'm like, but season 4 has been really, really, really good. But yeah, it did bring back a lot of those feels.
I thought the thing about this was that they aimed high and they succeeded. You just couldn't really. I find very hard to pick things apart about this. Everything they set out to do, they managed to achieve it, which with certain other endeavors that they tried to do, there were, certain things that happened here and there. It's like, well, they didn't quite nail it. But with this, I mean, how do you follow up with this? the live action gummy. How do you follow that up? I mean,
The chicken.
The chicken.
Oh
It's a
gosh,
chicken.
those live action parts were probably one of the best unexpected surprises.
God,
And
those
people
are
were like, "Oh, we're SpongeBob now," and I'm like, "No, that was really funny. Jason did that in his basement,
oh, that's
Oh
so.
my god.
and
Those
he
are
apparently still had the chicken balloon thing that he built just sitting around."
Good.
Oh man, he should bring that to BabsCon.
Oh, that's so good. Sign the chicken, put it in charity.
Yes,
Yes.
that will raise a lot of money.
That I am. You know what? I'm gonna make that happen.
Ooh,
You just want?
Well
I'm gonna
done.
make that happen.
I need credit for it
All right.
because all this fandom is waving about how important you are. I had that idea. Ah! So
That was me. That was my idea.
look at me. Look at my brilliance.
I'll just
Basket it.
I'll
Basket
just
it all.
jump up in the auction and just go like, that was my idea. Sit back down.
Just like run off, flailing your arms like.
Oh, that
AC,
was.
have you considered that your ego might just need to be put in check?
I don't know. I don't know how my privilege is. Oh, that's kind of high. No, I'm.
Better check it, AC. Come on.
Yeah, check
But-
your privilege, man.
But no, it was so here. I thought it was a great episode. Definitely caught a lot more steam later on once you had the goof off, which that is a great term for their little battle. But the only thing that I think I can say this season is that I feel that sometimes the music can be kind of inconsistent. Like, there will be points where I'm just like, I am on it. This is awesome. I really like this music. And then later on, it is just like, that's okay. You know, but
Well, they can't all be winners.
yeah, they were, and you know, they can't. I can't expect for it just to be like every song 10 out of 10, you know, like it the best. It sometimes seems of just kind of like, that song seemed to kind of push itself a little too hard. Whereas I think the songs at the end, the latter part of the episode were just like, yes, yes, this is that which one was it? The Make-A-Wish song. I was like, this is going to be remixed so hard.
Yeah, I'd actually want them to be to do that, to do like an extended version of that. I am A-okay with people doing a like extended mix of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was actually one of the first really eminently remixable songs of the season. A lot of the stuff we've been getting recently has not been very good for remixes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't heard a good remix of like the Apple Family song from Pinky Apple Pie. Because people keep trying to put techno in with country. It just doesn't work. Please, if somebody has done a good remix of that, please direct it my way because it's a good song. It was like the bad song. You can't really remix that. You certainly can't remix that song from the previous episode with
It just sounds
Shonda
like the
Lance's
remixers
singing.
have a lack of imagination on that front. You can remix anything as long as you execute it right.
Right.
Otherwise, it just sounds like, hey, we just threw this song into FL Studio and added a bunch of effects and drops.
I think the only thing I think that I've noticed with the songs is a lot of the ones I think I just have less of a taste for are the ones that are trying to push story elements too hard, like when they're trying to do it a certain way. Like for instance, I thought that the Choose a Pet, the pet song from 1 or 2 seasons ago, I thought was really good because it was telling a story, but it was telling it in a really like neat and creative way.
Yeah.
But I find that a lot of like these, like I wasn't as hot for the Pinky the Party Planner song because it was just kind of like, oh hey, this is me, I'm really good at this. Hey, da da da. It's kind of similar to the Rarity song in the Manhattan, where it's just like, oh look at me, da da da, I am this. Look how that I do this, da 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 da. Everyone's happy because I am this, da da da. You know. I find those a little bit just kind of like, all right, I get it. We're wasting.
See, I really like the opening song.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm not knocking of the songs on all these that I pretty much like all of them. the if I had to like put it, the Pinky Party Planner and the Super Duper Party Pony were probably my like those are okay. Whereas the ones afterwards, the Goof Off being stellar.
Oh, the goof off was fantastic.
Like
I'm.
And the credit song they had a new credit song for this episode.
I know.
And they didn't put any promos over it. They just let it roll. It was beautiful. Cartoon Network could learn something from these people.
And the file name that people gave it in this download is Credits Palooza.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I have it actually playing on the side here, and it's just so catchy. I love it.
God, now I'm thinking about this, and now I want to hear Weird Al version, like a Weird Al version remix of all the old Pony songs.
I want to see him do a version of Smile.
Yeah, all I want to do is smile,
they-
smile, smile. All I want.
They teased it in that song, and Pinky even said, "That's mine," which was great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's just like all the little various songs. I mean, it was like their second musical episode, and everything kind of flowed together. The songs weren't like, as much as I like Magical Mystery Cure, and that's such a divisive episode, which is so crazy to think about. Each of the songs in that episode didn't necessarily flow into one another. So like What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me, and I've Got to Find a Way, and Friend Indeed, they didn't like,
Well,
there was not like a solid theme of the songs all the way through.
and
And
this
this
very
is,
clearly a two-parter shoved into one thing, and so it
Yeah.
kind of lost its cohesiveness. Whereas this was very tightly scripted and tightly paced all the way through.
they did not waste time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've talked this much about the episode without actually even talking about the episode, which I guess is such a statement for how we feel about it. But let me just go ahead and give a little bit of background on it as well. So how did Weird Al get into this? Well, based off of what we have over here on FemWiki, Jason Thiessen initially approached Weird Al to do a guest role in Friendship is Magic on Twitter on April 2011. If you remember, there was that period of time where I guess, what was it? Weird Al got wind of it, or no, there were those pony / video remix things that he caught wind of and reposted.
Yeah, basically, he saw the good version of Hardware Store done with ponies, the one that Hax Mega plays every week before his stream starts. At least that was my. For the first few seasons, that was like the thing. You played videos and PMVs all the way through. Then it was time for Hardware Store, and then it was time for Fresh Horse. And Weird Al saw that one apparently, and was like, "This is really cool." And he actually posted it to his Twitter and got that like a few million more hits.
Mm-hmm. And then he actually posted some of the other ones too, like the polka remixes. I think there were some other ones that were put out as well, but that was the big one. So yeah, then there was a discussion, and Jason was pretty much, "Hey dude, if you want to be on the show, like I could make some stuff happen." And then, over time, I guess it developed. Also helped that the score composer for the show, William Anderson, actually played harmonica and other instruments for Weird Al's band on August 2012, so was able to settle some stuff on that side. So that's how it came to be, and then Weird Al was in an episode of My Little Pony, and there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, it took him a little while, and that's just kind of how things go. But they pulled off a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could say it was an Al of an episode.
Oh. You get to drink.
You said that was a high heater, man, and I just had to swing.
Dan, you get to drink from the fire hose.
Open
That sounds
wide.
unpleasant.
That's some UHF references for you right there. God, I love that movie.
It was the fire hose shoot hot chocolate.
It was a great scene from UHF where I forget the guy, but he played Kramer on Seinfeld, whatever his
Michael Richards.
Michael Richard. He's playing this like children's TV show character, and he's just this amazingly goofy guy. And, he's doing something kind of similar to Bozo the Clown, where there's a whole bunch of kids in the stand, and he's just doing silly stuff. And this kid wins a prize, and he's just like, congratulations, you get to drink from the fire hose. He sets him on this little, toy horse, and he's like, are you ready? And kid's like, yeah. Turns it on, it's just, kid goes flying off.
And all the kids cheer.
Yeah. Yay!
Plus, it's not the first time Weird Al's been involved in a Hasbro property. He was the voice of Wreck-Gar, Transformers animated a couple years ago.
Oh, he reprised Wreck-Gar?
Well, no, he did not reprise Wreck-Gar because the original Wreck-Gar is Eric Idle of Monty Python.
Oh, that's right. But they used Dare to Be Stupid.
Correct.
In the Transformers movie.
Correct.
Okay. God. That's such a weird thought. Eric Idle in Transformers. Who would have thought?
Well, they tried to get Eric Idle back for TFA, but he had schedule conflicts, so they got Al instead.
Which, I mean, it's some sort of continuity in a really weird sense. Yeah. I mean, hey, Wreck-Gar, you sang us a Weird Al song, or we didn't really sing, it just kind of overlaid because it was an 80s movie.
In the episode, he went, I am Wreck-Gar, and I dare to be stupid, after somebody called him stupid.
Nice. And, of course, the kids are like, that's weird.
And then all us old folks
all
go,
the old people are just like, oh my God, oh. Which is part of it's one of the best things about, references to old stuff. It's like, hey, the parents might recognize this.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's see here. Let's start kind of breaking down the episode. Episode opens outside Appaloosa, which good to see that place again.
It still exists. The Buffaloes have not trampled the town to dirt.
And they're having a nice party with a stallion in a cowboy hat and poncho observes with a rubber chicken on his back called Boneless. Wobbling on his joints, he goes off and remarks his next destination is Bronyville. Open to the opening. Pinky's doing a Pinky song, talking about how awesome of a party she's going to have. My favorite part of this entire thing was the raising of the banner for Rainbow Dash, and Rainbow Dash is in the banner.
She's like hiding. It's like, oh, wait, there she is. Oh.
It's like, oh, that's a really nice picture of... Whoa! Like, she was standing there, and then she was in the banner. Like, it was just one of those bizarre, just like, oh, okay. I love that kind of just coming out of it. Just like...
She is a very special pony.
Yeah. She was also kind of a jerk this episode, too. At least once.
Well, I mean, it's Rainbow Dash. She is the element of questionable loyalty.
Let's not forget, this is her birth anniversary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Birthday plus first time, the date that she came to town, which I guess...
She came to town on her birthday.
Makes you think, maybe it's Pegasi custom to kick all children out of the household when they're 14 or something.
Just toss them from the ledge and watch them go.
They're like birds. You got to kick them from the nest.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So that happens. Cheese Sandwich shows up. Starts being a crazy party pony himself, breaking out into song. The song's climax ends with everyone cheering for Cheese Sandwich while everyone else pretty much ignores Pinky.
Poor Pinky. I will say the episode succeeded in making me feel bad for her.
Which is, did she go up on your horse scale at all? Because I know you're not a fan of the pink pone.
I wouldn't say that she necessarily did, but I will say that I did feel for her. I had horse feels. Yes. She did kind of get crapped on a little bit in the episode, and I mean like this in terms of story. It wasn't like they were actually mean to her, but she, had to learn about her element again. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything. Lots of dirt pone in this, actually. I recalled. I watched it one time, like half, and then another time through, and then was able to notice that, like, oh, hey, there's derpy all over this thing.
Yep, she was just helping out and in the crowd and shoving her face into the chocolate fountain, which is terrifying. She's just like, oh, derpy love chocolate.
Considering that chocolate is toxic for horses.
Yep.
Oh no, there's some
But
Tumblr.
but
There's some
here's the thing.
Tumblr rage I can have there. Oh, all right, never mind.
don't worry. She's a Pegasus, so don't even worry.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different. Let's see. One thing I will say, I really, when it came to the songs and just the kind of progression of the story, I really liked Pinky's lament for what it did, because it started as one of these like sad songs of just like, I'm not good at this. I should just go. I should just leave. You know, I'm not as good at this as I wanted to. And just through the course of the episode, she's just kind of looking back at the past and she goes, you know what? Actually, I'm pretty good at this. Actually, I'm really good at this. And just by the time it's done, she's just like, no, I'm good at this. I'm not going to quit on this. And I kind of liked it for that fact of a lot of the times where we have these sad songs, they're just kind of like, I'm bad at this. I'm sad. I need someone to show up and make me feel better. And this was one where she was like, no, you know what? I don't need to quit. I don't need to try something different because I'm good at this as I am. I appreciated the kind of pick up by the bootstraps of just kind of like, no, I have some self-confidence that this is what I like to do.
Yeah, it's like this is my thing. Just because it's, this is not, this situation may not be good for me right now, but I'm going to suck it up and I will challenge him to a goof off.
You could say she's smart enough and good enough, and doggone it, people like her.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, so let's see. So she's going to now have a goof off to be the bestest pony all around. So now we have to have a cheese sandwich versus Pinky goof off at high noon.
And then they're like, wait a minute, it's already 3:00.
3:10.
3:10 to Ponyville. It's a reference.
So they are, so it begins and they have the goof off, which is, I do have to say, I find it really weird how Cheese Sandwich just does that leg shuffle. Just that every limb's going everywhere dance.
Yeah, that was really, really strange. But also, I think just very, very apt for Weird Al because he's just kind of everywhere all at the same time, doing everything, if you think about it.
Yeah. It's just weird. His character was so tall and gangly. It's just like these legs just going, ah!
And the funny bit is, it's like basically during part of the song, he's standing in a police lineup. So it's like giving, hey, look, cannon height. He's 5 feet tall. He's a really, really tall pony. So guess what? Little ponies are, in fact, little.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, the goofing off powers of both. Let's see, significant things that happen in there. The obviously we talked about it a little bit before of Cheese Sandwich breaking out into the Smile song partial way through was pretty fantastic. Just some really neat gags that they did inside of it, and then the rainbow power. Aww.
What does it mean?
Well, it means that Pinky noticed that they were doing all this stuff, and her number one thing is happiness and laughter, and Rainbow Dash was not happy nor laughing.
Mainly because Pinky dropped a freaking giant piñata on her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that all in all, I like that part of the lesson because that's something that really kind of happens inside of this fandom. I find is just the entire thing of we've mentioned it a lot. I thought about it as just like people just taking stuff too far, taking stuff too seriously, forgetting that they are in this to have fun and to enjoy themselves, and they get so caught up in being the very best at something that they sacrifice themselves to that over actually realizing that they're in this because they like it and they have fun. Like, that was what I took away from that. And I went, that could not be more true for some people that I know that have really rake themselves over the coals just for the sake of trying to be the very best when there's nobody really trying to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah, there's nothing to win. So, all you have is your own pride and letting your pride get ahead of you and overcome you. So, that I thought that was in the terms of like morals and stuff that I think I've seen and that people could kind of take to heart. I went, that's a pretty good one, at least in this climate of people. Go for it.
No, I was going to say, I think that can even be more broadly applied, even in, society. I mean, sometimes we just let our ego get the better of ourselves, thinking that, we have to endlessly compete for things. And, you don't really have to be in that constant state of just try hard mode all the time.
But we got
just get to.
Well, but I understand it's because people want to do a good job. They feel like they're invested in this fandom, that they're invested in the stuff that they do. They want to be the very best, but then there becomes that point where you're not trying to be the very best. You're not trying to do the one thing that makes you be. You're not doing the one thing that is actually to bring joy and entertainment and fun to people. You're doing it at the expense of trying to be better, to try and show that you are this much better than everyone else. And then you just get into this fighting match of, oh, blah, 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 I'm better than you, and nobody cares. They're just here because it's fun. So.
Yep.
Lord help me, I'm doing another. I don't want to go down a rant fest, but I like that motto because I think it's something that happens a lot more than it really should in a fandom that is about multicolored horses being silly and dancing and having fun. So let's see. That was the big thing, is that Pinky was realized with the big sheen of rainbow in her eyes that she had she had kind of let her pride overcome her, and that it was causing more harm than help. And
she had goofed off.
And then that immediately meant that she had to leave.
Yep.
I thought it was good that Pinky recognized it herself instead of somebody else telling her. She knew that she had gone too far, and she decided to take it her own way. And, even though Rainbow Dash, was a little insensitive to her in the episode, as she often is.
It's Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, she still held true to her friend and decided that she had to do what. I mean, I also, as a artist and other person, you see it as a recognizing when other people have talents and when they can do something well too. Because I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to do everything by myself. I always had to be, I could not accept help from anybody. And now, as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that, what? I'm not the best at everything. There's lots of stuff that other people can do that's better. And maybe even there's somebody who's better at doing what I do than what I do. And just, say fighting them or going against them or not accepting their help might just be more of a problem than going along with it in the first place.
Wise words.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Know your limitations, and just, don't let yourself get ahead of you, especially if you're doing something that is supposed to bring happiness and joy to people or others. So, let's see. So, of course, that happens. We have that entire. I should mention the wild speculation that we missed out when Pinky is looking at the photographs of her past parties. And she pulls up the photo of her family.
And there's plus one sister.
And there's 3 sisters, not 2. Oh, no. What does it mean? I don't know. It's not just Inky and Blinky fanon names. There's a 3rd we'll have to figure out. And where is she? And why is she not? I don't know.
I think it was actually in the book that one of the books that GM Barrow wrote.
Ah.
She had +1 sister, and just, I didn't mention her.
She was at the South Farm last time. She was out with a friend. It was her day off from working at the rock mine.
Because yes, that makes perfect sense.
There.
That's what we'll go with.
Yep, let's stick with that. Let's see. So we have that she's leaving town, and then we get the revelation that the reason that Cheese Sandwich is a party pony to begin with is because of Pinkie Pie's party in Bronyville when she was just a filly. Which was I thought that was rather neat of just like, no. I actually really admire you because you are the reason that I became this. I was just a little nerd no one paid attention to, and then he found
his purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I think, quite frankly, is something that a lot of us can relate to because, there's that one person or that one, like, if you want to say like that one fellow interjects at that moment in life that just kind of gives you either like the thing that you were looking for or just that spark that gets you started on that path that you've been searching for your whole life. And it's just like, oh my gosh, that in itself was another kind of a really cool moral that I got out of that, because I know that, for me personally, that was definitely the case when I got into anthropology as my major.
Mm-hmm. You have to find that one person, that one individual is like, they made it make sense. They made it worthwhile. Like, it's just like, this is a thing. If they can do this, I can do this. So,
yeah.
It was a nice little moment. It was just kind of like, aw. Like, it was one of those kind of like feels moments.
And of course, Rainbow Dash had to like screw it up by going, all right, enough with this touchy-feely crap.
I know. I was like, oh, Rainbow, what the hell?
Shut your mouth. We're having feels.
She's like, too bad. Party time.
Rainbow Dash is just like, yeah. That's great, guys. Listen, this is
But
a
what
lot
about me?
Yeah.
Rainbow was never one for tact.
She never really was.
So, and then they have the party, which did seem like it was pretty crazy. The giant Rainbow Dash balloon was
quite a thing.
Was pretty incredible. So, and yeah, it was just a fantastic party, and then left with Cheese Sandwich going about his way, but not before leaving a memento with a rainbow sheen on it. No, key number 3, 4. I forget what number we're at.
3.
3.
I'm gonna say that Fluttershy's fang does not count at this point. That would be just a really weird.
Well, it never was. She didn't have rainbows, so
she didn't have rainbow fangs.
However, coming up in the next episode or two, there is a Fluttershy episode coming. So
yep. Philly Vanilli. Girl, know it's true.
And it's not easy being Breezy's. That could be her kindness, because turns out Breezy's are actual little bitty jerks.
Seems accurate. Okay, I'm with this.
I'm just saying that could
like the flutter ponies.
Yeah. Yep. Which, Breezy's are just like little flutter ponies in a way. Sort of.
Kind of.
Maybe.
Alternate reality.
Yep.
So, I don't want to go too far on this, but cheese pie?
Quiche.
I would not recommend going down that road, for that way lies madness.
Yes.
It's already being treaded.
I'm sure it is. Also, I believe I never understood also the act of putting a slice of cheese on pie. Like, I know that that's a thing in some places where
if it's a pot pie.
But no, there's an actual thing where, like, oh, get yourself a nice big, like, you get yourself a big slice of, like, apple pie, and you put a slice of cheddar on top.
Cheddar?
Yeah.
Why cheddar?
That just sounds awful.
But this is a thing. Like, actually having cheese on a pie is a thing.
Okay, like, I can see maybe a sweeter cheese, if he were, encasing that cheese in like a roll of raspberry or something like that, but just cheddar, like mozzarella. Just slapping it on a pie.
That just sounds weird.
Yeah, it does sound weird, and it just doesn't work flavor wise.
Yeah, apple pie and cheese, apple pie and cheddar. That is, I know it's something that I always thought. Like I would go. There were some restaurants you could go to is be like, you can get a slice of apple pie, and for 50 cents more, we can put a slice of cheese on top. And I'm just like, blah.
Why?
Yeah, no.
People are accusing me of making stuff up. This is real. It's a northern thing. You actually, you put a slice of cheese on a piece of pie. I think that's one of those things I'm gonna have to add to the bucket list just to try sometime. It's just like, I'm going to eat cheese on a pie and see how this is, and then go, I probably would have just wanted ice cream.
I should have thought this cunning plan all the way through.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a strange thing. But I just wanted to bring that up because I just thought it weird that just like apple pie and cheese or pie and cheese, however. Anything else we want to say about this episode? Anything that may have lingered?
I'm gonna say the fact that there are now officially, Philly versions of a lot of background ponies is really cute. Cheerily and Cloud Chaser Flitter and Derpy and Lyra and Bon Bon were all present at that party, so they are all contemporary in age. At least
the Minuet had braces.
Yeah. So, the whole, she's a dentist because her mane looks like toothpaste, therefore reasons.
Oh God, I think I found the episode meme. Hold on, I'm linking it in the chat now.
Oh no,
we're in danger.
All right, it's in the Skype chat.
Oh boy. Rommel, what are you? How are you doing? Oh yeah, there was some really good faces, but
yeah, Pinky had some really good faces this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Very intense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the that entire really.
It just shows you how flexible the style actually is, that they can do all that stuff, and it doesn't feel unnatural. It feels like it fits in.
Mm-hmm.
I love the what was it, like a season ago where she was making that big like gust of air and she's like, arr, arr. I forget that
No, she gasped. She was like,
it was the one was like Disney World.
Disney World.
So that one was pretty crazy. I do wish to. I am going to have to be the bearer of bad news for our fans out there, because I did the check. This is season episode number 14. We are over halfway done. Scream!
Oh,
Ah!
Oh no.
The summer
require additional pony lawns.
Summer is coming.
Prepare yourselves.
So, just wanted to bring that bad news to you.
Thanks, AC. We can count on you.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead. That'll take care of Pinky Pride. Let's go ahead and look forward towards the next episode, which is going to be Simple Ways. Let's see. That will be season 4, episode 13. Wait, that doesn't seem right.
That'll be 15.
Yeah. Why? Somebody has written something wrong here on the MLP wiki.
Somebody's wrong on the internet?
I know, really. This one written by Josh Harbour, who wrote that fantastic episode of Kesselmania.
Yep.
And let's see. The summary for this consists of Twilight, Sparkle, Spike, Pinky, Fluttershy, pretty much everyone. Rarity episode is known for her confidence, both of which are lost when Tenderhoof, the world-famous traveler rider and apple of Rarity's eye, comes to town. Oh no. Rarest shipping. No.
Oh man.
So when Tenderhoof's attention is
so
drawn...
So many waifus are being stolen this year.
Oh no, and when Tenderhoof's attention is drawn to Applejack, Rarity does the unaccepted and begins to dress and act more like Applejack. Oh boy!
Oh god!
Oh boy!
Sounds like shenanigans.
Here we go.
Here we go. This will be interesting.
I am very much looking forward
Oh
to
boy. And Josh
Yep.
Josh Harbour did a really good job with his last episode. So, oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh boy, I'm just going to imagine Tabitha
Well, I mean-
St. Germain doing Rarity as a Southern Belle.
Well, I mean, wasn't this one of the episodes that they were saying totally, quote, destroyed Tabitha?
It might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it would have to be this one.
Oh boy.
Rarity affecting a faux Southern accent that's more, Albertan and, whatever.
Oh, I do declare, I do say that you, Tenderhoof, are quite the gentleman. Oh boy.
That hurt, AC.
Oh
That
boy.
hurt.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's move forward.
Everybody get your happening alarms ready.
It's happening.
This is going to be... We might have to do a Bronyville next week. I don't know. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward. And let's see. Let's move down here. We have no emails. Sad face. Sad panda.
Whap, whap.
Yeah, but you can always email those across over at bronyville@gmail.com if you have any questions or stuff you want to talk about. If you just want to squee about this episode and go Weird Al, wee, totally can. And you can just email that across. 5-star iTunes Bronies. We are at 829 ratings, and thank to Mike the Wolf Boy for leaving us a rating there. That was fantastic, and we really do appreciate that. Just go to whichever iTunes, if it's your local iTunes or if you need to shop out to a different iTunes store to find that would be fantastic. And with that, it is one cool thing time.
Yes, and mine is really cool.
Okay, we'll go for it. I have to pull the link for mine.
All right, so mine is titled, where is it? Red Bull Stratos, The Full Story. If you guys might have missed it a couple years ago, Felix Baumgartner ascended 24 miles and basically became the highest free fall jumper dude ever. And survived. Basically, he did like a 4-minute free fall and landed on his feet. Really impressive stuff. And of course, he had like 5 GoPros strapped to himself the entire time. And they released the footage. It's edited because he had multiple cameras on him, so they got the best angles. But a 8-minute long video that is the vast majority of it him falling from freaking space. It is really cool.
And I found out after the fact, actually, how dangerous it is to make that kind of leap because there's no air friction up there. You can't actually get yourself situated, so you tumble the whole time.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy nearly passed out and died, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he stopped himself right at the cusp of passing out and managed to reorient himself. Because, yeah, he was going 800 miles an hour at one point.
Mm-hmm. Tumbling through the air and, yeah.
Breaking the sound. He did a sonic rain boom.
Oh.
A sonic Felix boom.
That's
Sure.
better.
And basically, the dude broke the sound barrier just like a blue cartoon horse. It can happen.
And it was also a really good publicity stunt for Red Bull.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a straight-up publicity stunt, but it was still cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, there's no excuses. It was super cool.
Okay, well, awesome. You can check that out. Mine is a little bit more pony-related. It deals with our favorite guard who steals waifus. It is Flash Sentry.
The thing.
Flash!
Yes.
Ah, he's a miracle. Yes, this is a silly video. Watch it. But it is Flash Sentry saving all of Equestria over and over and over. And then finally, well, watch it regardless and watch it to the end. The end is pretty fantastic too. But it's just silly. it goes along with my fact of just thinking that Flash Sentry is a fine horse, and you guys need to get over it. He has nothing that you can actually go poo-poo about because he has no real character besides being Smiley Horse. So, whatever.
He smiled, but considering the stuff between, Weird Al's character today and, Rarity crushing on some dude next week, nobody's waifu is safe.
Yep.
Truly, these are dark times for
Season 5, all relationships all the time. It's going to be Fluttershy is going to be with bulging biceps, and it's just oof.
Sorry, guys. That's just how it's going to have to go.
You're going to have to go to war to protect your waifus.
Man, the thing is, people will do that. That's the worst part. People will take this so incredibly seriously.
That's why we banned shipping on the forums.
Yeah.
No, guys, you gotta understand. Rarity and Applejack love each other.
Read my fanfic. Educate
Banned.
yourself.
You're all banned. Go home.
Oh, man.
You're not allowed here. You're all banned. Go home.
Oh.
All right. Well, episode's over. We've been banned from our own show.
Bye, guys.
That's the end of Bronyville.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
all
Bronyville died the way they lived.
Unwanted. Thank you. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Rommel, go ahead and tell yours while I go ahead and take down all these banners that are here since we can't be here anymore.
Okay. I really couldn't think of anything cool. Most of the stuff has been sad and depressing for me this week, being unemployed and whatnot. So I found a stupid Gmod video.
Hey, those are
As-
A-okay.
Flatulent extravaganza, and as you can imagine by the title, basically the heavies tried to take a dump and shenanigans ensue.
Oh, God.
That's about it.
Thank you, Rommel.
Yeah, no problem.
Great for our last show. Since we're banned.
Fandom Unlimited from now on. This is Kefka's fault.
He banned us
If
from
we
our
have him on next week, is he going to ban us from doing...
Oh, no!
He's going to ban us from all podcasting, and then we'll be free.
Yeah,
You'll be free to pursue your true calling.
bats.
Bluegrass.
Being a convention chairman?
But
How
you would have to
about
have a
raising-
con to chair, Sandy. All right.
Yeah, that's totally it, guys. I don't have anything anymore.
I'm sorry.
Look, Sandy, this is all you got to do. You just got to get yourself a pet bat. You got to get yourself a con, and then you got to get yourself some people who are willing to do a bluegrass band with you. Set.
This is the best idea.
It can't go wrong.
We could
Cannot
be
possibly
a
go wrong.
traveling convention bluegrass group.
There you go.
It'll be like Coachella all year long. All year long.
There's such a market for it, too. I wonder if there's, any cartoon fans that like bluegrass. Yes.
Welcome to Bluegrassville.
Brony Bluegrassville. Or... No.
I hear if you want to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band.
Those good old boys, something. I can't remember the lyrics of that song anymore. Dang it.
Things. All right, Kefka, what do you got?
My one cool thing is Smooth McGroove. If you guys don't know who Smooth McGroove is, he's a very cool dude. What he does is he makes a cappella recordings of video game music. And he's on YouTube, and you can see in his videos, he basically does each part himself. So he's pulling up Brad Delp and harmonizing with himself. And he's got videos, you can see all the different parts in the corner. Every once in a while, he takes up his little kitty cat and puts it in the frame. And it is like the chillest cat. And I've been watching Smooth for quite a long time, and he does a lot of very good music. And he recently started doing I think it's called Patreon. I don't know.
Patreon.
Yes, that's it.
Patron.
Where you can give him money, and I gave him money so he can actually have a soundproof recording studio, so he can make more music when the trucks are not driving by his house.
I know that feeling.
But yes, if you like game music, if you like a cappella, go listen to Smooth McGroove. I think you'll like him very much.
Okay, awesome. And you can go check those out. And all of those are listed in our show notes. You can find that over at BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com for this episode. So if you want to check this, any of these links, any of the stuff that we've talked about before, all listed in the show notes. So you can find those easily. And that's going to be this episode. That will be 139. First off, let me go ahead and thank Rommel and Kefka for both showing up and being cheesy McCheesersons on this episode. Thank you both.
The only person cheesier than me is Chuck E. Cheese, or maybe Chester the Cheetah.
They're the cheesiest.
Dangerously cheesy.
I just like to put cheese on sandwiches, especially salami sandwiches, because then you get cheese, salami, and then you can add a little bit of onions to that.
Is there anything you can't put cheese on?
Obviously, you can put it on a
Honest
pie, so you know you.
Yeah, I mean,
See?
yeah.
There's nothing
wanna put
sacred anymore.
You also don't want to mix cheese and garlic. Yeah.
Good advice.
I don't know. I could maybe for some popcorn.
No,
Well,
Cider.
actually, no,
No.
garlic bread. What's wrong with
There you
cheesy
go.
garlic bread?
There you go.
I proved you wrong there, Rommel.
Oh, no, Kefka, you're wrong.
We're getting in internet fights now. We got to cut this.
Cheesy garlic bread.
Sandy, thank you for being Thundermaker while these two fight.
Yay!
Uh,
on me.
Here is like us slap fighting.
cheese and garlic, no. And as always, thanks to all of you fans out there, be it if you are the ones on Justin TV watching us live right now, or if you're podcast fans and listening to us after the fact. We love you every single time you listen to our show. So thank you all. You can go over to BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. Email us over at Bronyville@gmail.com. You can watch our show roughly every Saturday, noon Pacific, at justin.tv/Bronyville Podcast. That'd be like 3 Eastern. iTunes reviews, we do love them so, and we say your name every single time you leave us one, so please do so. You can listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is at Bronyville.
Mine's at Chef Sandy.
I am part of the Bronies of Northern California.
And I'm the dude in charge of Brony's North Texas.
And conventions coming up is going to be BabsCon.
Yep.
All right.
We're all going to be there.
Yay.
Yay.
Are you going to join us for Babs?
You should.
Because if you don't, I will hunt you down and kill you.
He won't actually do that.
That's just me.
It's a very dire situation.
It's an
I'll just fuck
ultimatum.
you to death.
He'll find you and put cheese on your pie.
Pie. Oh,
Exactly.
man.
There you go. I'll do that. I
Cheat.
will.
You'll just look down and you'll be like, this isn't even apple. You put it on a slice of pecan pie. What am I supposed to do? It's all
Suffer.
melty now, and it's not even good cheese. You just use some of those canned cheese.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's not even cheese.
You're just killing me, man.
it's a slice of Velveeta. It's like you didn't even try.
I'm sorry. That's
big-
how it's going to be. if you
Big
don't make it
hunk
to
of a
Babs.
slice. Anyway, we'll save you from more pie and cheese talk. This is now friendship with a slice of cheddar.
Yay.
With
Yay.
a slice of cheddar. All right, everyone. Thank you all, and we will catch you all next time for another episode of Bronyville. Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
See you later, everybody.
Sorry. She's currently furiously making animals look cute.
Hey, that's very important. Just to let you know.
She's this entire time.
didactic, neo-progressive politics. Too semantic, there's no logic. Going down with the heretics. Way too static, non-theoretic. All across the demographic, it's so mad.